The Communist Party of China wants every Chinese to hate Japan. They want to see every Chinese cursing Japan. After all, Japan is a democratic neighbor, a US ally, a ferocious competitor, and a ruthless enemy. But the Chinese people living under the CCP just can't get enough of Japan. Chinese tourists are obsessed with Japan, and they drool at the Japanese shopping markets. The Chinese follow one simple rule. While in Tokyo, shop till you drop, spending all your cash on Japanese goods. Now, this obsession is turning toxic, and Japan is ready to pull the plug. Hi and welcome. You are watching TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Shubhangi, and in this video I will tell you why Japan has banned Chinese binge buyers. Let's begin. Japan is eager to cut all its economic ties with China and decouple itself completely from the communist nation. In line with this policy, Japan has banned Chinese binge buyers. The Japanese government has decided to abolish the present system that allows foreign students and long-term residents to make duty-free purchases. This is Tokyo's response to suspected cases of reselling and obstacles in eligibility checks. Under the new system, the Japanese government and the Liberal Democratic Party-led ruling coalition plan to restrict duty-free purchases to tourists and foreigners coming to Japan on a short-term visa of 90 days or less instead of non-residents under the country's foreign exchange and foreign trade law. The revision in Japanese policies is thus going to end the pattern of Chinese binge shopping in Japan. For the past few years, Chinese binge buying has become a popular trend in Japan. In 2015, for example, bakugai, that is explosive buying, became a buzzword in Japan. It referred to the trend of frantic shopping by overseas Chinese tourists visiting Japan. China's shop till you drop tourists went crazy for tax-free Japanese products, including popular consumer electronics. Chinese travelers in Japan are usually astonished by the high-quality Japanese products, and they spent way more than other foreign travelers in Japan. Since foreign travelers got to purchase products from tax-free outlets, Chinese buyers shopped frantically. Similar eating habits, tastes, preferences, and appreciation for Japanese goods in Chinese customers has further propelled the culture of Chinese binge buying in Japan. Chinese customers trust Japanese products more than the products of their own country. Therefore, Chinese travelers shop heavily in sophisticated segments like cosmetics. Etsu Ho, a researcher in JETRO's China and North Asia division, for example, said, "Many Chinese consumers trust Japanese cosmetics, which they feel are compatible with their skin types." Some Japanese products even became a part of popular conversations due to Chinese binge buying. In 2014, for example, Chinese travelers were found stuffing their shopping carts with Japanese rice cookers in wholesale outlet stores. The Japanese rice cookers became a grand success in China. As long as tourists visit Japan for a few days and shop heavily, Tokyo does not have a problem. However, the Japanese government seems to be concerned about the students and other travelers who stay for a longer duration in Japan and shop till they drop. Under the present system, Japan allows students who have no part-time jobs to shop at tax-free outlets for the first 6 months of their stay. However, labor-intensive duty checks to confirm if a student is not working part-time has become a major headache. Japan's National Tax Agency has also unearthed some cases of suspicious binge buying by foreign nationals after introducing a digital system of purchaser information in April last year. It is quite possible that Chinese buyers purchase duty-free goods in huge quantities and then resell them at higher prices to make big profits. It makes sense for long-term Chinese residents in Japan to use tax-free outlets as a wholesale market, given that Chinese products themselves don't match the quality and durability of Japanese goods. As such, it is Japan that loses out on tax revenues due to the suspicious behavior of Chinese customers. Moreover, China itself makes some sort of business activity out of Japanese products, and this is why Tokyo seems eager to plug the loophole in its foreign trade law. Japan will no longer allow China to exploit its tax-free outlets and make illegitimate gains out of the Japanese economy.